This is a season of sad seasoning, I suppose. Anybody else get affected by the darkness?
Yes.
Besides what's in
I
your
don't
soul?
mind it at all.
I'm fine. I'm like a plant. I need a little extra sunlight. Okay, so you should have a couple different things in front of you, so just to make sure everybody has everything. You should have our agenda for tonight, which should say Monday, December 1st. You should have a copy of the potential design that you would have gotten in your email. It's what she presented at the meeting the other day. And then you should also have a stack of minutes that we need to make sure that we have all those approved and ready to go.
Thank you.
So there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total sets, I believe. Is that right, Karen?
That's what I have.
Okay, that's what I thought. Making sure. That's what I had in my notes. I'm just making sure I have an extra. Perfect. Okay. Miss Karen, ready roll call?
Roll call. Mika Benton.
That's me. Still.
Karen Seaver. Alexander McMillan.
Present.
Cassandra Waller.
Here.
Conley Arpin.
Here.
Debbie Hart.
Here.
Cheryl Hobson. Here. Christian Schwab.
Here.
Kristen Schwab. Sorry.
I was like, who's that? A new person.
Just put a little extra in there.
Has everybody had a chance to look over tonight's agenda? Any questions about it?
Yes.
Or anything that needs to be changed prior to us doing the approval for it?
Say that one more time.
Any changes, any additions prior to us approving the agenda for tonight that didn't get on there already? If not, then we can just have somebody do a motion to approve the agenda.
I motion to approve.
Thanks, Alex. You have a second?
I will second it.
Cassie's gonna second. Alex, did the initial? I'm sorry, I apologize. I asked you this once and now I forgot. Do you prefer Alex or Alexander?
Just call me Alex.
Alex, okay. Your mom was calling you Alexander, and so I was like, whoa.
She's a bit of
Did I miss? She gave you the name. She can call you whatever she wants. Just kidding. Okay, so we have approval of that. So we have old business now. It's just approving the minutes that are on here. I know you had them in your email previously as well. I know you've got the printout now, but I just want to make sure. Did anybody have any questions about anything that was in any of those minutes? Any changes that need to be made? Anything to be left out? Okay. Then we just need, can we do them all at once, or do you need to do them individually?
And which ones were the ones we were missing?
We were, the August one was the one that was missing that Kristen sent in. She should have a copy of that one.
Okay.
Allegedly was missing, was submitted.
We have that now. At the
I
thing
just
that you
couldn't
look
find it, is all I can
Right.
say. I didn't find it anywhere myself.
at. So that's the August 27th one.
Did it not make it into the packet?
No,
Yeah,
it
it's in
is.
the packet.
It is.
Okay.
It's in the
I was
packet.
just asking.
She's making sure she
which
knew
one.
which one it was, so
Okay,
she can take a
gotcha.
second to look at it again. Anyway,
Yep.
okay.
Nobody wants to watch my nose run on Facebook Live either. No Kleenex anywhere. What City Hall is this?
The kind without allergies.
Resources.
Nobody cries around here?
Well, I think they did right. See in my bill sometimes. 1,000% cry for my gas bill right now. I've been sick for like a month.
There we go.
Sorry, thank you. Okay.
Pastel blue and.
It's antibacterial and recycled, I imagine. That's usually what happens, like a light pastel. Anyway, did anybody have any questions about the minutes? Anything that we had missed? Okay. Did we decide, yes, we can approve them all en masse, or we need to do them individually?
Can do them all together.
Okay, so we just need a motion to approve the agenda minutes for August 4th, August 27th, September 8th, October 8th, October 20th, and November 3rd.
Motion to approve a lot of minutes.
But I just,
Oh, okay.
no, Colleen was like, I was gonna do it.
Is that Alex second?
Yes, Alex seconded.
They were gonna fight.
That's fine.
My handwriting.
Mine's not
I
Colleen.
want to work today. All right. She's crafty, you can tell. Minutes are approved.
Thank
Two
you.
boys. I gotta hold my own.
So we'll just have to remember, and I will do a better job also to make sure that's included, so we're always approving the minutes at the very next meeting, to make sure that's consistently in there. That was on me as well for not thinking that through. The next thing is the bike repair station, so I'm gonna come back to that too and just kind of see where we were, about having it put in, or where the conversation stops, so where we can get it restarted for you all, so we can get it taken care of. But I apologize, I'm not certain whether we were waiting to talk to the person still, or we're waiting with
Yeah,
Thomas.
I think we were waiting for the person, we just don't know who to get a hold of.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Thomas
I,
had,
I think you maybe had said he was gonna get a hold of us at one time, but
well,
nobody's contacted us.
No, I think that the last I remembered is that you guys wanted to talk to Thomas to see where because he had previously talked about, and apparently had been presented before by the bike shop in Wichita to do this. And he has plans, he said, because I asked him about it on his desk, that include a bike rack. And we could add that to the pad that has to be poured for a bike rack, which I think would be perfect.
Yeah.
They could,
Do it together.
yeah, but I don't know how much is cost and labor for the city to do it. And the gentleman who approached me just talked about the unit, not about
Okay.
the pad to install it, or where would be the best place to install it. You know, is it closer to Oliver, or is it in front of where the parking currently goes if you're facing east?
Mhm.
Is that the best place to put it? You obviously want it accessible, but if you're gonna add a bike rack, which we may not do because of price, I don't know. But I think that's the last I heard, was that we were just kind of waiting for some guidance, and I think it got kind of put on the back burner because of the playground equipment.
Well,
that-
why don't you put us in contact with the guy who has the rack, we'll get the rack, see what it takes to.
No, Thomas was talking about, he had plans in his office about putting a bike rack. And so I was asking Thomas about it, and he said, well,
So her guy is the bike pump guy.
yes.
Yeah, that's all new news to me. So I guess tonight though, we were talking about this bike station, correct?
The
Repair
repair
station.
station,
Yeah.
yes.
So let's get it,
Okay,
see what it takes to install it, if we need to pour a base, the city will take care of
I'm
pouring
sure
a
it
base or
will,
whatever we need to do.
very minimal, have to have a base poured, and I don't know, I don't think it has to be very big. You said you've
No, it's
actually
not. They're
seen
not
them,
huge.
I would imagine
Yeah,
much
I don't
more
know
than
if they-
12 by 12.
Yeah, I don't know if they just go in the ground or they have to go be bolted to cement.
I think they
or-
need to be bolted down.
Yeah, you want in the
Probably
cement,
cement.
because it's,
Okay,
Yeah.
it's
okay,
got
Well,
a
I-
pump and all that on it too. So
I
you
just
want-
didn't know
It's
if
pretty solid steel structure.
okay. Is there any preference of where the board would want it?
I think we talked about it being at the entrance to the parking lot on the northeast side. No, I lied, northwest side, sorry.
on the other side of the cables and the barriers there.
Yeah.
But if
If they wanna put a bike rack, I think that's kind of what Debbie is saying, is that if we wanna do it together, so the bike rack and the repair thing are side by side.
Okay,
So maybe we
All
need to talk to Thomas
inclusive?
about that. and-
Okay.
Yeah.
Because he said he even had like designs that had the turtle on it.
Oh, cute.
okay.
Which I think would be very.
Yeah, it'd be a nice place to be able to have a bike rack. I don't know, then if we're wanting people to park their bikes, do we want them to park them there, or do we want them to park further into the park? Do you know what I mean, like maybe by the, gazebo, or
Over
whatever
by
it's
the
called?
gazebo,
Well,
yeah.
but-
Not the gazebo, but the rotunda, whatever it is, the
Yeah,
picnic
why don't we get the
shelter.
rack, I'll give it to Thomas, his guys can look, see where it's be best to install it.
Well, I was just thinking that if we have the bike rack, if for all the people that park and go on their bike rides or whatever event they're having, because sometimes they have races or timed events and people park over there, that if we just had the bike rack and the repair station together or close, that would be more accommodating to those functions.
Did you already show Thomas the one that you were talking about? The rack that the
I'm
gentleman wanted
pretty
to do?
sure I
I thought you
did.
had given him a picture of it.
Yeah.
Would it work to just talk the information of it. If we don't, we can give it to you and then have him let us know where he would recommend for us to put it.
We can do
Since
that.
he,
Yeah.
especially that way, if he's thinking about the bike rack, we can maybe do it all at once,
Sure.
and not have to.
But, I don't know how much the bike rack is, I don't know.
Right, and that's, yeah, and that way he can tell us, like, if that's something he was planning on doing, or did that get put aside, do we need to plan on that? Cause that may change a little bit, which is not, I can't imagine it's that terribly much, but it would be something that would
It's all
benefit.
news to me. I don't
Yeah.
know about a bike rack.
And that's kind of one of those things, like, I probably got suggested at one point,
Have
and
you
then.
seen the station that he's sent me a picture of, that
Mm-mm.
this is it? I don't know. So like, it's right there, they
Oh,
have the
yeah,
bike
okay.
on it, there's an orange one.
Okay.
It probably needs a 2x2 or 3x3.
Not a
I don't
bike
know
rack.
about the
Maybe
bike
it's
rack
their
station
station,
that shit.
because it doesn't look like it's that
You
big
put
of
your
a,
bike on it?
okay,
Okay.
Oh, that's
like a whole cooperate
cool.
at all. Make it bigger.
Yeah, I think we talked about it like this summer.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
probably
Yeah,
bigger, right?
Yeah, I don't know, like
Don't
a
even
12,
look big.
like a 12 by 12 or an 18 by 18.
Okay. Yeah, give me the guy's information. We can get it from him and see what it'll take to install it, and we'll get moving on.
So Debbie, you'll get them the contact info.
Yeah,
We're gonna
I'm,
tell us to reach
I'm
out.
texting the person right now to
Okay.
see if I can give his name to.
Okay. Oh yeah, cause he did wanna stay anonymous, so we should
Yes.
make sure we honor that as well. Thank you for remembering.
Okay.
Do you feel good about the next step for that? Design review for the playground build. So the two things we have under that is the reviewing the design, update on the park committee needs. So did everybody have a chance to actually look over it? I know, you saw it a little bit, but I wanted to make sure you had a chance to really look at it. Cause while this is the design that she submitted to us, we don't have to have everything that's on here. We do have that ability to go through and say, we do like this, we don't like this, we do wanna add this, we wanna take this out. All that is still up to us to be able to do that. If we felt like, for whether we just felt like it didn't fit, whether it wasn't something we felt like the kids wanted, whether it felt like budget-wise, it was something we could do without, all of that is open, for us to discuss, I feel like, right?
Yes, but we do have to decide today because they are gonna do final drafts.
Yeah.
They want stuff like the 5th, is what she wants feedback.
That's a little scary to me because I feel like we have a huge water problem over there.
Well, no, that's that. We talked to the city guys and they feel very confident about the ability to regrade it when we do that. Like when they were very confident about their ability to fix the water issue when we talked
That'll
to
all
them.
be fixed during the end,
Yeah.
after they take it out and before they install it, all the grading will be.
Yeah. So
That's
See,
an
but I think
opportune
some
time
of
to
the
do that.
sidewalks are the issues, the way they are slanting in towards the park instead of out. And that's what's
Mhm.
causing some of the flooding, is that it's not flowing
I don't know,
towards.
maybe they need to re-pour those or something.
not according to the city guys, but I don't know anything. Like,
I don't either.
I don't know anything about grading. So they, like I said, when we met with them on the 21st out at the park, they were very confident about their ability to fix the issue because Lisa was like, "This obviously has to be fixed. It can't like be like this." And they were like, "Oh yeah, no, it's not a problem."
Well, they've
So
already
what's that?
previously worked on it and thought they had it fixed, or at least,
One, remember too, all of the gravel and stuff that's also like accumulating a lot of that, it's causing a lot of that overhang and that stuff is gonna all be gone too. So it's basically, they're gonna go and they're gonna regrade everything. So that may mean, depending on what the foot looks like out here, it may mean that they'll have to adjust that stuff anyway. But as of right now, that shouldn't affect the design itself, if that makes sense. Like what the pieces that we're looking at to say, yes, we wanna have like this building and this slide and that kind of stuff, it should, I don't believe it would affect that. As far as like what the flooding and stuff is, that may be more when we're looking at the flooring
but
stuff.
is the park budget gonna be affected by the flooding that's going on and that we have to pay for?
When
Whatever,
we're sidewalks and stuff like that.
yeah.
I mean, that might be potentially something down the road too, but that, I don't feel like is that necessarily something we're gonna say, okay, we're gonna have to replace all of these or just sections of it, I guess. But what I want us to look at, I think, at least for right now, is, did you have a chance to look over like the budget piece that was in there and all that as well that Cassie had sent? Did you see the budget piece too, right?
Back
That was in the,
before.
yeah, and that's in the
Before.
Dropbox too, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Well, I haven't sent anything since before design day.
Yeah. for the park?
So we have roughly $340,000.
That's for the park and not
And
necessarily
then-
the playground
Does that
equipment.
include the fiscal year calendar year
No, after the
26?
first of the year, if I remember correctly, we were budgeted after transfers about $420,000.
So I thought it was
2026.
$67,000 a year that was being put towards roughly.
Right, yeah.
That's for the
Two
entire
mills
park.
is being put towards.
That's for the entire park, right?
Yes, yeah, that is the.
Yeah, so that's not the playground
Yes.
equipment, that's for the park
That's-
itself.
For the park itself, correct.
So then,
And
How
then
much-
there's liquor tax money that goes into there also, to fund those, so we collect that throughout the year as well.
in
And it's not a
approximately,
huge amount, a couple $1,000s a year.
okay, so then this whole budget of 400 and, let's just say 400,000,
Mhm.
how much of that is earmarked for maintenance of the park? Like mowing and weed eating and spraying and chopping down trees and.
Mhm. Most of that just comes out of general fund, and regular park maintenance, rather than, this money was kind of set aside for playground equipment and not maintenance and everything in the park.
So this 400, approximately
Uh-huh.
400,000 can be used totally towards playground equipment?
It could if that's what the council decides, yeah.
Well, if we did that, what problem could arise that then we wouldn't have the funds for? I mean, I guess I'm asking, of this money,
Mhm.
what has to come out of it for the park? I mean,
What other expenditures besides the playground equipment do you foresee us having to take out of that budget?
Yeah, nothing at this time.
But there wouldn't, you wouldn't be able to do anything else, right? So you
Correct.
wouldn't be able
Right.
to, excuse me, you wouldn't be able to do like pickleball
Like the other
courts.
projects that we
Or-
talked
Right,
about.
but I don't want us to get ahead of ourselves and caught up on this dollar amount, because we're also gonna be looking at grant funding for this.
Right,
And
so
we're
that
also
was-
gonna be looking
yeah.
at donations,
That's-
so just because there's a balance of X dollars in there doesn't, I mean, that's
Mhm.
a
I
little
don't
bit
think our
irrelevant
intention
to our
is to
discussion
use
tonight.
all of those funds,
No,
not
right.
relating.
that,
I think, and
scares
that's
me.
kind of why we went, absolutely,
Yeah.
and I think that's why we went,
emergency fund.
well, that's why we went with how we're doing with this particular thing, is that they provide the ability for fundraising. So our goal was to fundraise at minimum half the amount. for
So
the
what
park.
happens if we sign on the dotted line
Mhm.
and we don't come up with the fundraising that's necessary?
So they have a timeline,
Well, let me go back, this board is not signing on any dotted line.
Correct,
but the
It's-
city
But we're,
council.
but we're
just-
submitting and if
You're
they
just
approve
taking
it.
the final plan, submitting it to the city council, and then
The
we
mayor
will
would,
figure out
yeah.
how it's gonna be funded.
Correct, but I'm cautious about spending every dime we have.
Right. I don't think
No,
anybody
no,
here is
no,
doing
no.
that, so
Yeah, but
that's,
this,
that's
this,
kind of the
that's
thing.
not
is
the
that-
purpose of this board, you're not
Right.
spending any
Right,
money.
but Kechi would
You're, but that's not
And I
that's not for this board to make a decision on.
And you are
Right.
correct.
Your decision is just to make a recommendation to the city council, and then we will figure out the funding portion of it. So what we need tonight is your final design of the playground, so they can give us that final number, and we can submit that to the city council.
And the
I
city
just don't
council
wanna
can say-
belabor the discussion tonight on the
Sure.
finance
On
part
the
of it,
finance
because there's
part.
so much more that goes into that. Especially when
So-
we're talking about fundraising and possible grant matches and all of that.
It's a great grace that we don't really have to worry all too much.
Yeah,
Right, so,
we need a starting point to figure out the rest.
so if we're not gonna talk about that, and we're gonna talk about like the design.
Yeah.
So, then, where's the zip line?
There's currently not a zip line in it. However, that
That's one of the things we're having her, we're
That-
asking them to ask.
so I would, on my personal opinion, and based on talking to the kids and some of the feedback that I've gotten from the community, is that we would like a zip line. However, I believe, based on talking to Lisa and being out there and kind of trying to like visualize this, we will have to take something out in order to fit it.
Right,
We're gonna have to move something or do something differently, because otherwise there's not space for it. So that's what we wanna talk about, is what have we heard back from the community that they would like us to add, or that they're like, ugh, that, no one cares about that.
I don't think a lot of people know what this stuff is, really. I
Well,
mean,
but,
So-
I mean, kids, some of the kids do, so I mean, so when we went to the school, so some of the things that we heard from the kids at the school that are in the design, the spinners, which is in the little kid area, it's in the corner here. Those were mentioned in every single class that we went to.
Yes.
The merry-go-round was mentioned in every single class that we
Right.
went to.
Right.
The swings, the slides.
Yep.
Monkey bars, that sort of thing was mentioned every single time.
Yep.
So they might not know what the exact component is, but
Climbing wall.
the
and
climbing wall, yes,
Zip
was,
line were the
yes.
other two that I,
yeah, thank you, Kevin,
Right.
I forgot about the climbing wall.
uh.
Yeah, so while they might not know like exactly what a Viper slide is, because that's what one of the slides is called, slides was mentioned probably more
Oh,
than
yeah.
anything else.
Right, slide, there's like 3 of them.
There's 5 slides in
5?
all, I believe.
I think in overall.
Yes, because I counted to make sure we weren't losing any.
Yes.
Slides are
So
very.
then if we
Yeah.
say that we're okay with this design,
Mhm.
then we would just vote that we're okay with this design. That's all we are doing right now.
Yeah, so essentially what we need to do is say we do or do not want to make changes to it, and then I will take that information back to Lisa, and they will come up with a final cost estimate for us to be able to take to city council.
And will that also include the poured?
So they do not provide the surfacing, and we're gonna discuss, do you wanna discuss that right now, or do you wanna get into it?
I wanna,
You wanna-
well, let's talk about the numbers, so that everybody feels like you have an understanding of what, like, if we did this exactly how it was.
Yep.
I want you to understand what that number would be. You know, you
Um,
I can't find it.
I have them. So I sent out the email talking about whether we wanted to do the community build versus the hybrid build, and we got a 50-50 response from everybody. Lisa's suggestion because of that was that we budget for the hybrid build, which is a little bit more. It's about 60,000 more, but we plan and we work and we fundraise like we're doing the community build. So that means us, no, not fundraise. We plan and we get volunteers and we do the work. Because the concern that people came back to me with when I sent out that email was, what if we don't get enough volunteers? How are we going to get it built, right? Which is where the hybrid build would help cover that. But if we do get enough volunteers, then we either earned too much money and we don't have to spend it all on the park. We could leave some of the money in the savings account, or we could add on to the playground. You know, we have an extra $60,000. We can say, cool, let's add canopies over all of the swing sets, which is a thing they could do. You know, so that was her recommendation. I have the rough numbers that you guys have been sent. I do want to add the caveat that I learned was that these numbers include them estimating for the engineered wood fiber. Mulch that they added into that. We've since learned from Thomas and Matt that
It's
is
not
we're
an
not
option.
doing that. So that number is included in here. They also, which I was mistaken about, they also did intend to replace our current swing set, and we're not doing that. So that is not a cost that will be involved. So it actually is a little bit less. I don't know how much less because I don't have new numbers, but it is a little bit less than the numbers we currently have.
I was estimating like almost 80 with the swing set and the floor, and the.
I was
and the
guessing
wood.
50, so whatever.
Somewhere between, I'm gonna, to be conservative, I would say anywhere between 50 to 70,000 less than what this quote is.
Yes. That swing set stays
As
the
far
same.
as for the playground stuff, because I mean, our swing set is fine, we would just be replacing the swings
Yeah.
on it to have more ADA friendly ones.
Yes, but we don't have to replace
So
the
then
whole ship.
if we go up to that poured, and I know you're saying they don't do
They
it.
do not do it.
Do we know what the approximate cost for that is?
So we currently have bids out for that. I've only gotten one of them back so far, and I have 3. I'm waiting on information from Play by Design to put out a 4th, but we will have 3 or 4 bids on that. But I don't know.
The guesstimate right now is anywhere between $18 to $20 a square foot, and the way it is right now is about 9,100 square feet.
Yes.
So it's significant, like the pour in place, and that's everything, that's not just the major, that's the small side pieces, all that, right?
areas.
All 3 areas. It's about 180 for the pour in place. Now, the benefit of that versus again with the mulch and stuff too is it's not gonna have to require any maintenance. It's not gonna wash away.
Kids can't kick it out.
Yeah, exactly. Kids can't kick it out. We're not having to sweep it every time we go and bring our own broom day.
It shouldn't flood.
It shouldn't flood. It should help a lot with the water issues.
Cause they can grade that as well.
And it should help with the issues with the water fountain, right? Because we're not gonna have the pebble issues anymore. But we also have a grant from the state of Kansas that we're gonna apply for, that PEC already has the info for, that they could potentially match a portion of that. We're hoping that at least a third of it
Yeah.
would
Of
get
the
covered by,
180.
of the 180 would get covered by them.
That would be about the max that they've ever given out for the grant before, and it was for something similar, but.
And it's specifically for recycled rubber materials, things like that, and it specifically calls out pour in place playground flooring.
Yes.
So that means that it is something that they've looked at, they've done, that they really want this money to go towards something like that. It is a lot more ADA accessible, and it is also more fall absorbent, which we like, especially knowing we've got a lot more climbing apparatuses and things like that on there too. So, and like I said, Thomas does not want us to do the wood fiber mulch, which we absolutely agree with, and we didn't want to do either. So I think that helps a lot. Again, it's a little bit pricier, but it doesn't have the issues of us having to refill it or maintain it and all that, so will save us money,
In the long run.
significant
And
amounts
it
of
will
money.
save Public Works a lot of work
A lot
in
of
the
work.
long run.
Yeah, and damage to the park itself.
So,
So that would be something we would have to have we'd have to obviously get the bids for. I know PEC can look and check and see if there's somebody who does this work that's also already in the co-op. So that's a potential too, that we would have somebody who's already in that approved list of people that we're able to just go say, hey, you can do this, you're in the approved list. Give us the amount it's gonna cost us and go with them. If they happen to be less than somebody else who comes to us for that.
I have a question about the, you know, at one time we talked about that berm area right here.
yes, we did.
So what ever happened with that conversation?
They didn't have any ideas on how to incorporate that safely into the park equipment. So they decided to move it south. Yeah, south, and utilize these two other areas instead. Because of the current, like, the wall and the rocks not being structurally sound, they felt like that could be a liability to attach the park equipment to it.
I think I have, and in conversations that I had had with people, even at the reveal, was that they want us to find a way to maintain that space
Yeah.
similar to how it is, and for the purpose of how it is, because it is very shaded. It's a quieter, further away area that people who aren't there with their kids could go
Right.
and have a space. It's one of the few shady spaces
Yep.
in the park as of right now. I think that is one of the things that's kind of was on my list of next things to do besides the
Right.
playground equipment, is figure out what our ideas of what we could do with that, how to maintain it better. What that means, do we need to go in and like fully cement the outside, put like retaining walls, a physical retaining wall in there? Like
Is
what
there
else?
an issue right now since because they have
It's-
cemented part of it?
They have. I think it's gonna just consistently keep getting worn out though, because I mean, rock, the way that rock is, and the way that it's been attached to that side of the NERM, I don't think that it's solid enough that if people try to climb on it and stuff like that, that long time wear and tear, it's gonna hold up. I think it's gonna do exactly what it's doing right now, which is it's gonna rocks are gonna keep falling out, and people are gonna grab them and throw them in the pond,
Mm-hmm.
or you know, hit each other, or they fall off the back end, and children are running around on the back side of that. At the same time, so I would like to have that in the equipment. It'd have been a fun place to put the zip line. Stop it before it goes in the pond. But I think that from everything I heard, I didn't hear anybody else saying I really want to do something different. I don't know if anybody else kind of had
I
any
actually
other.
really like it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It makes it hot. Even when we don't even need it. We
Yeah.
always
Sit inside.
the nerve.
Yeah.
And,
Sit there. People
Yeah.
sit there and read. You know, hang out, that kind of thing.
Yep. I see a lot of people taking pictures sitting.
Oh,
out
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
I wonder if we could make that more of a hill, to where it wouldn't just be a total drop off there, where kids could fall, and if you could make it more of a, you know what I'm saying, more of a gentle fall.
Is that something? So knowing that that's not in the park design right now, is that something that we
Right.
can talk about a little bit more?
For
Later.
the
So that we
You're
can,
talking about the
yeah.
next
Because I want to try to
part,
get through this part just really quickly.
Yep.
So like Cassie said, taking the swings out, that'll take out some. The swing set will still be there, just will be our swing
Yeah,
set.
it'll be
Right.
ours. It would be maintenance.
Is there anything on here people like, you know what? Anybody's like, I don't think we need this. I don't see the use for it. I didn't hear anybody say that they wanted it. I don't think anyone will play on it. Like, that's kind of where I want to start.
So I see like baby swings being
Yep.
used all the time.
Yep.
But I don't
Do you guys feel that way, or?
Oh, I see them.
I
just
see
on
them.
the-
I do
like
off and
it's-
on.
Definitely.
It depends on how many kiddos are there. I do think that there's the possibility of us not having to have a separate section right there. Because that was my very first thought.
If we needed a spot for a zip line, that could be.
That was
That
my
would be
thought
the
as well,
other
was to
thought
put
as
the
well.
zip line where they
Yeah.
currently have this littler swing set
Yep.
here, put the
Yep.
zip line there, and then
Mhm.
we could just add one of the freedom swings to the regular swing set as we have it now, instead of that
having like
awful
the
square
little
one.
over here or something like that,
Yeah.
add some little ones.
Yeah, well, like right now we have it's 2 toddlers, it's the weird square one, and then 3 regulars.
Right.
Why we have the weird square one. But, and yeah, that was my thought, was that we could
Right.
literally just change out the weird square one.
Have everybody over here.
Yes.
Now, does this represent the current amount of swings
That,
we
yes, we
have?
currently have 6 swings
Yeah.
there. Mhm. Yeah.
Does anybody feel really strongly about having, you were gonna say something.
Oh, no, I mean, all I was gonna ask was how big is the zip line? Because,
So from the research I did online, they range, but you're supposed to have approximately 120 feet for like lengthwise. They're actually about, I think, 80 feet long, the zip line themselves, but they have to have like start and stop points.
Mhm.
How much do you know how much a zip line would cost?
I don't know how much it would be, because we would be going through their manufacturers, and looking online, they ranged anywhere from 30,000 to 50,000 a piece. So, and you can do singles and doubles. Like if you've been down to LW Clap, they have the regular one, and then they have one that has an accessibility chair that's for people with handicaps or with. So if we could do a double one or a single one, either way, but that would, and that's something I can ask Lisa.
because in my mind, like, other than that swing
Yeah.
area, there wasn't really many other places
There's
we
not.
could put the zip line.
Yeah, and that's, I do agree.
Yeah.
Is this area big enough to accommodate?
I don't know that for sure.
I don't know how
I-
big it is.
Can you pull Google Earth on your phone? Okay, it doesn't want to work on mine. Neva's gonna look.
So is anybody, yeah, I want to just double check, did anybody have a strong feeling about wanting a separate toddler swing area?
I think as long as there's at least 1 or 2 baby swings on.
I definitely think we should
Yep.
keep 2 toddlers or little swings like we have now, and then maybe just add the
Connection
the
swing?
or no, the free, isn't it called a freedom swing? Is the
Yeah, something like
accessible
that.
one?
So would you add the freedom swing and take away one of the,
Regular ones, so you'd have
Regular.
3.
so we'd have 3?
What? So in my opinion, I would do 2 bucket swings, 3 of the belt swings, and then just add a freedom swing to what our current setup is, and then just kind of nix the connection swing. They're cool, but they also break fairly easily.
It's also
Maybe not.
very true. The more often than I see that one of the swings is missing.
Yeah.
The seat is missing
And the
consistently.
connection ones.
Yeah.
And then everybody can swing together,
Yeah.
because over
Yeah.
here, you're kind of separating, like if you've got,
The littler kids.
yeah, what about brothers and sisters and stuff, that you're all kind of together.
Cool.
My other thought was on the, near the toddler area, behind the fun mound with grass,
What's here now?
they
Is
have the
music
music area.
Yeah.
And I don't know how often you've been to other parks that have music areas, but more often than not, they are broken and missing the pieces to create the music.
I'll say that again, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. The music area. So if you've ever been to Cedar County Park or other parks, that's the first thing that goes is the little hammer things. They get broken off. They never get replaced, or they get replaced 50, 100 times, and they're never operational.
They're a maintenance issue.
And while I
Yeah.
like them, I don't know that my children gravitate toward them. If anybody else's do,
My
I think also
kids love
because
them, but
that was
again,
broken.
they're almost
They
always
don't.
broken. The library has them, and they're broken. At the library, that's an enclosed space.
Right.
It's an open
Now, do
plan.
we have something like that in this?
Yes,
Yes.
it's
Yes.
in the.
Yeah.
Right here.
What is
Same thing with
that?
Botanica the other night,
Yeah.
So is that something
they're
we
all
could
broken.
Mm-hmm.
not?
Which is funny because they actually have
Yes.
people who would.
Yeah, if we don't want them, we can just take them out of the design. If we want to, if there's something else we'd like to put there, we can. If we just want
Or
to
just
leave it
put that
as an
money towards
open
the zip
space.
line.
Well, that was kind of my thought. Is that's a significant amount of money because it is they're expensive.
Yeah.
And they require being really put into the ground, as well.
The
You know what I
music
mean?
stuff, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Maybe that's something that we could just wait on and
Unless
Just
they
leave
have,
that green
depending on,
space.
depending on what they have,
I
we
should have brought
can't
the
really
giant
even see
pictures.
it,
Mhm.
so.
Well, and they're cool. They're just, my concern with them is as a maintenance issue is that the
And if
mallets
it's
are always
stuff's
missing.
always missing or broken, I don't know why.
Because kids like them and because music is good for kids. That's why they keep putting them in. Well, so the harmony bells on this one don't have mallets either.
The Harmony Bells don't,
I
just
don't know if
the
they don't.
fruit jingle, whatever they're, the flowers. Oh, Liberty Bells, that's what it is.
No, the harmony.
What did they do then? How did
So you have to
I
do it.
don't
How
know.
they work.
I don't know, but the picture doesn't actually show any mallets. Go find a stick and hit it. I think you would.
They would.
What are the mini rocks?
So what, there's does it say fun mound with,
Yeah.
so is that just like a hill
Yeah, it's just a
It's just like
creative
all that
hill.
creative, like green hill space over there.
down?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can roll around on it.
And it looks like it has like a ground slide coming off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And look, it's one of the roller ones.
Oh,
I
those
love
are
the
fun.
roller slides. Oh my god, those are expensive.
The roller slides.
No, the harmony bells. Good lord.
I told you they're all right.
So is it,
Oh, they do have mallets. You just can't see them in the picture.
is it the recommendation to remove the music section then?
I think,
I'd be okay.
I would be okay with it. I don't know that I've heard anybody overly zealous about it, but
Any
again, if
Kristen,
they-
Alex, feelings, emotions?
Alex is all about the music.
Can make my autism
No,
kick
no,
in
I
a little
hate
sometimes.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. So you can, I don't know if you can see on here, they have mallets that are
Yeah,
attached.
see, that's,
Is that part of the
I always like that, but.
They're really
I'm a
cool.
music person, but
Yeah, they're really cool. They're
But-
just-
every time I go somewhere, they're never working.
Yeah, or I was thinking, like, I can't really tell
just
exactly the
think
shape
that
if it doesn't fit this way. but
That's
it
the
could
That's a
definitely fit
luxury,
this
not
way.
a necessity.
Yeah, I did it, it was 43.
Oh, how much
From there to there.
would that
I don't
reduce?
wanna take out that.
I mean,
Yeah.
so what, are there two sets there?
There's a Liberty Bell.
the Liberty Bell and a-
Harmony Bell.
I don't know what the
Harmony
Liberty Bells
Bell.
are, is that, it's not in my breakdown.
But regardless,
So would we just
There are a
leave
couple
that as
options.
empty space for the present time?
we could.
We could just leave it as.
The nice
empty
thing is we
places.
could add benches there. We could add, like a seating space, or something like that.
The bike rack.
The bike rack, right in the middle.
There you go, right there.
So the one at LW Clap, the zipline at LW Clap is a 50-foot.
Oh, it's
zip line.
shorter.
So
Okay.
this one, which is the track like you see there,
Yeah.
comes in a 34, a 50, or a 66-foot one.
As long as possible.
So as,
Have you guys seen the one at
Yeah.
Pawnee Prairie?
yes,
long.
yeah.
That was
So you said there's a zip line, there's a 34 and a
30, 40, or
50 or 66.
30, 40,
No, 34,
34,
50,
Top
Oh,
percent.
okay.
and 66.
Okay, hold on, I had
and
this.
66.
And that's similar to the one they had at LW Clap, which has the molded assisted seat and then the regular, just disc seat.
would we want,
Now, the nice thing with that would be that we could put it, if we did like 50, it could fit across this grassy area from here to here
without touching the trees?
without touching the trees. Or the other option would be to build something between the end of the playground and the NERM. So where that picnic table is, we could put something
Oh, on the other side.
on the other side in that big grassy area.
It doesn't need a landing pad under it.
There's no landing, it stays one level, so it goes from a platform to a platform. It doesn't go down, which is nice, there's no like gravity stop that has to happen.
Would
It
we
has
have
a small in the middle, it's on a track.
to pour extend the,
We wouldn't have to, I don't think we'd have to pour anything on it, cause it could just be regular ground, because they're not they're not gonna, well, I don't know, I would ask them,
I think that would be a
I
fun
would ask.
concern.
well, I'm afraid it'll become a mud hole.
that's also very true.
Yeah.
We
But,
could put pea gravel there, does anybody have?
No.
too, where we already have, the swing set and stuff too. I mean, there's some space.
Mhm.
We could move some things around, so we could take that Volta spinner and put that where the music area is, and then we have this whole big open space right here.
Maybe.
That would be perfect for,
That would be a question for them.
yeah, and that's what I'm
Are
saying.
the
I think
swings where
there's-
they're at, like they have to stay there, can they be moved at all? Like,
Our
can they
swi-
scoot back, or are they there?
That's just
I-
gonna be money.
I think that would be hard, like, because I'm assuming they're concreted in.
Yeah, I'd be worried about breaking them
Yeah.
too.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't think that that area is big enough for
So,
the zip line?
Where the kid swings were, it could
Correct.
be for the 34-foot one, probably fairly easily, because there's when I just measured it the first time, it was, if you really kind of get into the nitty gritty of it, if we went at an angle even, we could get 53 feet, so
And
we could get the
how long-
50-foot one.
Okay.
but, so I could ask them, say we could either, could we put it in place of where the toddler swings are now, or if we move the Volta spinner to where the Harmony bells are, could we put it in, and then, and blah, blah, blah.
Now, have we tried, is there anything that's like, this is intended for a certain age and then this is intended for a certain age?
Yes,
Yeah,
so
so
the
that-
little area is the 2 to 5 area, and
So if you
the
put that
Volta spinner.
over there, is that appropriate for 2 to 5?
I don't know that it would be a problem. I mean, they're really close. It's like, it's not like we're segregating them.
So the
Well,
over
just to-
kids going over there is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're going to, like, you're not gonna stop them.
Would you need a port in place in that area for the if you move the Volta spinner over where the bells are?
Potentially.
I think that this plans for that. Well, so the 9,100 square feet plans for this entire area to be poured in place.
So
Well,
every,
there's, I think that there's plenty of open space in there that we could, even if we just scooted the Volta spinner in some direction, or even we put it on this end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
are like
Yeah.
more here?
Yeah, there's
and
so
then-
much space right there that I feel like if we really wanted to, we could probably figure that
Or
out.
even
We have a
the Volta
better,
spinner over
You
here.
could move
Yeah.
it around.
that would already be
Or
somewhere that
over
the poured place
here.
is gonna be, so we
And
don't
then
have to,
this whole area at all.
yeah. And you can just leave that grass, which is nice too, because then people can hang out there, and that is a shadier area, during the day as well.
I can't, obviously, won't know until it goes back to the designers who have engineering knowledge where we could necessarily put the zip
Right.
line, but we can
So we, yeah, we could ask them,
we can say, these are the options we'd like to consider when any
Yeah.
of these work.
Yeah. so should we just make a list real quick?
I have them.
Nix the, okay.
I'm doing it.
Is there anything else
Nix
that
the
you
bells.
see on there that
Nix
you're
the
like,
bells.
hey, I don't think we need this?
Nix the bells, nix the toddler swing set, add a zip line.
so where the bells are, is that intended to be a grassy area or is that
It
also
looked like,
park?
it looked like grass.
Yeah.
And I mean, that would be nice to
You wanna
keep
look
it or
at
maintain it
grass?
as grass. Cause that would be nice on that
That's a
hill.
mud pit right now, so we'd have to plant grass there. Cause
Yeah.
that spot right there is mid.
Yeah.
So
Maybe
is that
turf.
like a mix of,
Well,
is
that's
that
what
like a
I think.
turf mound in
It
the
might be
middle?
turf.
I don't know. It could, we could do, are you talking about doing turf instead of doing poured in place over that whole area?
Mhm.
How is that to maintain versus the forest?
It's fairly similar.
Where turf is now, it's really reliable, which is really nice. They have a lot of, it used to have a lot of drainage issues too, and heat issues, and now with the stuff like we were putting in Exploration Place, where we did the amphitheater, they don't have to do anything to maintain it at all.
They're not the-
Other than,
It's like the cleaners.
yeah, I mean, we'd go and like clean up all these and stuff every now and then, but like it's made to be porous just right, so the drainage is really good and all of that too, so.
And it isn't
There really wasn't any
bacteria
maintenance.
or
If it
mold?
helps, the Humane Society did all of their yards as astroturf a couple of years ago, and it is still in good shape, and so, dogs are peeing and pooping on that.
So right here, is that just grass right now?
Yes.
Yes.
So if we ended up putting a zip line over here,
We
and
would
we
not
don't
have,
feel like, so we could just leave that green.
Yeah.
if it's possible to put the zip line in the already footprint, I think that price-wise, that would be ideal.
Yeah.
But I just don't know with the size of the zip line.
So I think that's just something we have to go back to them and
Yeah.
just have them give us that information.
At least I can.
So looking at the individual other little things, because remember, we can take out some of the climbing stuff, we can move a slide, like all of that. Is there anything else you're looking at and you're thinking, hey, that doesn't really make sense. Do we really need that? Do we need a triple wheel deal and a monkey bar? And why do I feel like I'm saying like
All the
weird Joe Dirt style fire things
so-
right now? I didn't really see anything else that I was like, this is just not something I think anybody would be interested in.
The kids would like us to add a bouncy house.
Not happening.
Got a lot of that.
There's a lot of
bouncy.
like bouncing
Mhm.
things, a lot of spinning things were in the conversations.
You could leave that weird coil thing that nobody ever knows what you're supposed to do with it.
I will.
It's like the
rip
worst
it out of
pinch
the
hazard
ground.
ever.
Yeah. The only other feedback that I've heard from the community, and I had several people reach out, was that they would like us to consider fencing in the playground.
Which I think is consistent to what Play by Design does.
They do frequently fence in their designs. For multiple reasons. One of them is for safety. It allows a single entrance and access point. You're not having to worry about someone walking off with your children, which isn't as big of a concern in Kechi, but that is one of the reasons. It also is just a safety feature in that kids aren't, that was what I heard from the community, was that people were interested if it was possible because the road is right there and the pond is right there.
Mhm.
And so kids who are tend to elope, really great places to run towards. It
I think
is.
that's something in the future that we should
Is that-
consider.
Is it
Well, the
something
nice thing is-
our guys can do, that the city can do?
Right.
Part of the cool part of that, of doing the fence, is the selling the fence pickets.
Yes, it
Which
is
is
one
part
of
of, it's one of their huge
their
fundraisers
biggest
that they do too.
fundraisers.
So people can purchase the picket, you can get your name engraved in it, and that's what builds the wall around it. Cause they're fairly inexpensive. Can't remember what the price
So
is.
that would be a wooden,
It's,
would have to
It's
be maintained.
no, it's the same
it's the
material.
same
of
material as the
composite.
composite.
Oh,
So it doesn't
okay.
have to, yeah, anything we're doing, we're trying to
Anything through
low
that.
maintenance and nobody has to do anything to it as possible.
Let me see if I can find.
I mean, I personally don't see the need for a fence. I think, I don't know, I raised 3 kids and my house backs up to that park,
There's a lot of studies that show that kids too, when there's boundaries like that, a specific type of boundary like that, that they will actually utilize. Were we talking about this? I don't remember. That they actually, kids will utilize the full space as opposed to only where they see things having built, like actual apparatuses. I don't know why I keep using that word either. Actual things on there. If they have something that's built, they will gravitate towards the very edge of what they can get to, as opposed to when it's free space, they'll stay where there is something to play on. So you probably actually can see that even now at the park, where the kids don't gravitate outside of the gravelly stuff. They don't play in the free space of the park at all. They stay on the playground equipment, mind you.
I
So-
thought it was important before, to keep it like an open concept, but
Say that again, sorry.
to keep it an open concept, I thought that that's what we talked about before.
What do you mean by open concept?
Not
I think
fencing it in,
Well, I
keeping
think
it.
the concern before was they didn't want us to take away the green space in the park.
To
Like,
be not a one, like a one entry, one exit.
Do you feel like that would put a
Jane.
yeah, so you can see it's the same material.
Okay,
All the same.
yeah, yeah.
And it's just, they go.
like cut it off from the rest of the park? Is that what it feel like?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I thought we wanted a theme.
We didn't give them any ideas for one, so
There is,
I mean,
well, and then
Turtle, we have a turtle.
there's multiple turtle things, but she's also doing a lot of this off the Kechi colors.
yeah.
We have
They
the
utilize
big
colors
turtle
a
when you come
lot.
into the park too, and then we also have the artists that are gonna come in and do the paintings and stuff like that
Yeah,
as
so
well.
the rock wall, we'll
Okay.
have to find an artist to paint something, or, Kelsey?
Yeah, that's what Kelsey's working on.
Should I go over to the side first?
Well,
So-
Next week
Or is
she's
she going
do
to
that.
paint it? Yeah, so the rock wall will be painted. If there's, so in places where they do like very specific theming, it's been places that have very specific, like that have history of certain things, and when they asked, we didn't have any, like.
Is there a theme or something
Yeah,
you
was
could
it-
think of that maybe we can suggest to them, since she is kind
Yeah,
of.
I mean, they could change stuff.
Well, we do have the themed turtle.
Historically, it's been a turtle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's definitely there's the
They included all of the current turtle things that they have, which is like
sweet turtle, the turtle rocker, You've got the big emblem, the big turtle emblem when you come in. With the pour in place, we can actually put turtles in the ground
If we want to.
as well when they
That'd be
do all
kinda
that,
cool.
which is really, really cool. Something I was looking at today is in some of that, they actually put in the pour in place, they put like a hopscotch thing and some other stuff. So they had ground play that wasn't part of this, that was built into that. So it was also like there was like a tic-tac-toe, there was a four square, there was all kinds of stuff.
That'd be really cool.
Cause it doesn't cost anything more, it's just a different color dye you put on it and you got with it too. So that's absolutely extra stuff that we can do that won't add any additional cost to it as well.
But if we have ideas of things that, you know, we want, if we want one of the play structures to be, what Kechi used to be, like an antique place, right? Like,
Or a train,
or,
that's something people still think of, cause we hear it
Mm.
every day.
Yeah, well, that's
you know,
right.
they
You
can
can stop
make,
by it and cause me late every day.
they can try and incorporate theme stuff into it if we have ideas for them, but
Well, like if they did the hopscotch thing, could they have the turtles and, you know, the kind of.
Yeah, and that's something that we can put in with the farm play stuff
Yeah.
really easily, which is nice.
That's what I was thinking, make the hopscotch pads
Be
and
turtles.
turtle.
Yeah.
Be a turtle, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
that'd be so cool.
So probably just turtle things, if we get too many things going on.
Okay.
Well, and I think
Yeah.
there was like some stuff like on the bald eagle climbing wall, like that's gonna be like you were saying the turtle wall.
Yeah.
There was something else. I remember seeing like an airplane or something. Is that just my brain?
That's just your brain. There's
You
nothing
think
in
of
there.
an exploration place?
Or not Wichita.
Yes, I'm not crazy. It's right here. What are these? This thing right here.
Oh, that is the Innova rocker.
Yeah,
It's a rocker that is accessible.
it's a swing thing.
Yeah, but for everybody.
Yeah.
I love the climbing thing.
Was that no, this one just like everybody could get on it, like,
Similarly, it has one side has a bench and the other side is just plain flat, and it has bars that come down like this, and they have to move their arms to get the swing going on that. So you could have, differently able people could utilize it either way. So if somebody was able to sit and do it, or if somebody was in a wheelchair, they could both use it, and it's just a big, almost like a big rocker.
So like, do we have a big class?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. We could
Yeah.
flip that.
So Christy, were you thinking you want it fenced in, or you
No.
like, yeah?
Yeah, no.
I just wasn't sure how that conversation ended, so that's why I was.
That's what I was saying. She was saying she felt like it
Cuts it off.
cuts off the space, which I can totally see that as well.
yeah, I mean,
It's not something I don't
I
think we
see
have to
both
decide
sides.
that.
I see the danger
Right.
of the road and the pond,
Yes.
Yeah.
and I also understand it being a little closed off. Like,
I wonder if we change almost, instead of it just being around the playground equipment, if we utilize that thought process maybe for something closer to the actual road itself? Or does that feel,
Like an actual fence?
you know what I'm saying, like along the, like,
Oh,
because we
along
have
the-
that green strip. So
Along
if
the
we put
sidewalk,
like
maybe?
something along the sidewalk, and not tall, but smaller, or something like that,
picket
that allowed it.
type of fence
Yeah.
that you can use.
And that
Almost
could-
like what Jody has in her front. You got the big
Yeah.
tall in the back, and you have like the shorter.
I know you slaved away on those.
We did,
Would
we
you
cut every
mind,
single
uh,
picket.
Mine is golf ball.
Yeah, cut some more.
Shaping individual pickets for us.
So again, that's not necessarily something I don't feel like we have to know right now, because that won't matter in the design part of it. So
Yeah.
we can talk more about that, and we can ask, because we have a Google form that Lydia's gonna put out too on the Facebook page, that people can fill out and add more information about things
Oh,
too.
yeah.
And then we can add that as a question, like, would you, here's an idea of this, how would you prefer that, would you not? And really kind of get more feedback, because we're trying to get as much from everybody everywhere as possible.
But then you also have the risk of nobody being happy because they didn't get what they.
Sure. And we
Something,
very
yeah,
clearly
that's
said,
gonna be
and that's
sure.
something that we had a really good line, I think that basically was like, we would like to have all of your feedback. Please understand that based off of space, pricing, or even overall
Budget,
design
something.
ability, we may not be able to incorporate it, but we wanna understand and hear what you're saying so we can take it into consideration. At the
Neva,
same
can I
time.
ask a question on the fencing?
Huh?
So on this, would you be fencing the big area and then fencing the second one separately?
Or just
Because
the
you
whole
have
thing.
sidewalks that go through the whole playground area, so I'm just asking for clarification.
Yeah, I think, right, no, you're fine, good.
So the way that they've done it in the past is they kind of do it all together and then they have the big area open into the smaller area. Lisa actually suggested if we did want to consider fencing, taking out the sidewalk that was in between them, which may or may not be a good choice for Kechi. But
Well, you're saying,
that was-
when you say in between, so you're taking
This
no,
out.
part.
no, just that part right there. Yeah, that was the part she suggested. If we were going to
So you
consider
can see this
fencing
part
it,
right here.
was just to take out that single strip of
Because
sidewalk.
if we don't have this anymore anyway, we could just.
But I see a lot of parents who are at the park who are walking that for exercise, well.
Yeah, which is,
Yeah.
again, it was just something that she suggested
no,
if
yeah.
we wanted to. Why do I have to?
Because you
I just have two.
You have the ones in your book.
I know.
So I think that, to kind of answer your question, I don't know if we have a specific because it's not really something we've decided on yet. I would feel like from what I've seen them do, it would be on the inside of the sidewalk.
That's how they have it at like Sedgwick County.
So the sidewalk is on the outside of it, so people could still walk it.
Yeah.
And then the,
Which, yeah, and they could do that if we had the entrances was here or whatever.
because you
then
still
could
have that
fence
big
it
round
that way.
space to walk it, you still have the lapability. And it wouldn't affect the big walking path on the outside
At all.
at all.
But I feel like that we're probably a no on the fencing.
Well, I think we take it into consideration, I mean, obviously, again, like, we don't have to decide on that right now, I think that can come a little bit further down.
Yeah, because that doesn't affect.
Because that doesn't affect the overall design
Yeah,
of it.
that's fair.
I think we have all the design things though.
Is there anything else anybody feels like really wants us to focus on looking at, not or taking out, or adding? Is there anything else you've heard from anybody?
No, I just like the baby swing still being there and having the.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
My grandson needs one.
I was-
That's right, you gotta have a baby.
My 4-year-old who's built like a 2-year-old still needs one, so, yeah.
I feel like based on the feedback we got from the kids that we've got
All
Most
bases.
of
all of the bases that we can covered in the
Okay.
playground stuff. I mean, they had a lot of ideas.
Did we tell the overall number? Did we ever say that?
No.
Okay.
So the current number for this design, if we do the community built, was 465,000. If we do the hybrid, it was 525. And that does not include, well,
The four.
the pour in place, but it, yeah.
Does include the fiber.
It does. It's all.
Includes
I
the-
will.
The fiber mulch.
That we can't. And
That
is
we're
it
not going to utilize. Yeah.
Because we can't or because they don't want to?
Because both kind of. So it's a runoff issue into the lake. It is also a maintenance concern because of people putting it into the fountain and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So Public Works was very on them.
I don't think you can't get a wheelchair in those, can you?
The engineered wood fiber is considered ADA.
It's a certain, everything has to be like a certain depth and, what I just said.
That has rubber. That's the.
That's for the
That's
rubber,
That's not.
the
And that's
mulch,
not ADA.
it's tire mulch.
That's, yeah.
So it talks a lot about depth and compact and all that, because the other thing is you have to go back in every now and then, like, flip it back up and put more in and all that maintenance that has to happen.
Yeah.
I just think I don't want little kids carrying it.
No, 100%. It's at our kids' school right now, and almost every day my son's like, "Did you see like going down has blue stripe?" And I'm like, "That was somebody's tire. You could have just left it on the playground."
And that's the
Yeah.
But yeah, the
Well,
They bring it
engineered-
up home pea gravel as it is. I don't
I
know.
think it's an issue with the pond that.
Yeah,
But
the
1000%.
engineered wood fiber
And
was-
Pond.
It's-
We
Yeah.
wanna-
You know it's gonna wind up in the
It's
pond.
We
going
want to
be
take
in
into
there. It's
consideration
gotta
what
go in
Thomas
there.
and his crew really want to, and
And in 2
they
years,
felt
it's
very
all
strongly
gonna be
about
in
that.
the
So.
bottom of the pond.
So I think that
It's gonna be that.
the port in
Yes.
place or port in place and turf are kind of our options for surfacing.
Well, and the thing to remember though too is, and we do still need someone to help with the fundraising part, which we'll talk about in a minute. Is that so? Even like if we used all the money we have 150,000 we'd have to raise, right? Or give or take 175, whatever, between now and June. Which doesn't include any other grants we could do. It doesn't include any other donations that people will give. It doesn't include any other like amounts that are gonna come in, stuff like that too. So I felt really confident in our ability to raise at least 50% of this through grants and fundraising ability. I've reached out to Shield or
Yep.
Shields. I tried to say Sheets and that wasn't right. Shields and some other people that I know hey, you know, how much of this can you donate to us? Because some of the cost of this is, you know, how much is it going to cost us to have all that equipment? How much is it going to cost for the tools, for the groundwork, all that kind of stuff? So if we have a company that just wants to donate the sweat equity of it, that takes out and gives us that cash
Right.
as well. So
Yeah, and some of it too, we can go, like, they'll give us a list of hardware that we need, and we can go to Lowe's, into Home Depot.
Yeah.
And see if we can
Menards
get,
or whatever.
yeah, and say,
and
hey,
see
you
if
know,
we
we
can
need to
get
have all this.
either physical donation of it or whatever, and that also will save us actual money, so.
So there's lots of ways that will, I think, will allow us to find savings in all of this, and not have to spend all of that. Because I don't think, I hear exactly what you're saying. We don't want to put ourselves in a place where we want to do more things. So like if we want to go through with the NERM and do something really cool with it, we want to have the funds to
Right.
be able to do that. If we want to, you know, everybody's like, oh, pickleball court, basketball court, all that kind of stuff. If we have the space for that, or we have the ability to do that, we want to have the, you know, the funds to do that. Or even something else as much as like the bike rack. Like we want to be able to
Right.
add the small things that allow these amenities to be used consistently. And
It can be
that's
used by
one
other
of those
groups
things.
of people, not just
Yeah.
children.
Right.
Because we want it to be, you know, while we're focusing on this right now, because it's the biggest thing we've been talking about, it's kind of what we have on the agenda too, to talk about the next step for stuff too. So,
I'm gonna talk to Ursula this
oh yeah,
later on.
Okay.
This week,
perfect.
and see what we can do, what she does.
That's awesome.
And then Alex's mom has also said that she would be involved in one as well.
Yeah, she decided what she wants to do.
I think she's gonna help do the fundraising.
Oh,
So then, because she's had some great writing experience too, so I think if her and Ursula were on that, because she doesn't want to lead it, she just wants to be in one. And we have some other people. It's just not a thing.
That's all right.
But- And we'll need someone to help with the volunteers as well.
That's what we're electing you to do.
Karen's been voluntold a few times.
No, Karen's gonna do the food.
Oh, I forgot. Karen's a food person. That's what it was.
Oh, way to go,
Karen was all about the food. But
All about eating it.
All right.
so if you haven't had a chance to look through it, please take it. I know I sent out the Dropbox to everybody. Take a little bit of time to look through the fundraising portion of it. There's tons of information about grants that other people have gotten in there. The nice helpful thing for us too is that we have PEC, which we've kind of talked with Matt about. That one of their jobs for the city is applying or finding those grants and those monies that we can reach out to. I just found another one today for the state of Kansas that I added in there that they will do, that's opening in early 2026, where they will give money towards municipalities that are creating new park spaces or better improving park spaces. And that's specifically what this grant is for the state of
Yeah,
Kansas.
absolutely.
So, yeah, and so there's a lot of space that we can get into, and I really think that we'll be able to do it. We're just gonna have to really kind of buckle down and get in on that as soon as we can. Especially right now because it's Christmas, right? So that's one of our things. Like, hey, don't buy my kid a toy; it's gonna break. Give it to my park, right? And I literally already told my mother-in-law, I was like, here's what I need. We are working on a platform that we can take donations online and stuff as well. That doesn't cost us any money. They don't take any fees from us at all. They do have a little small ask at the bottom that says, hey, this transaction could cost $3. Would you like to cover the $3? If they say no, it does not matter and it does not come back on us. It also is a ticketing platform. So like if we want to do a fun special event, somebody had suggested that we do like a mother-daughter tea and we have like characters come and do something fun in there. We do like a paint night. I think what they said was naughty paint night, but I said that would not be appropriate. I got very surprised by it. The lady who said it to me, I was like, okay. To each their own. Hey, if you're gonna get the money in,
So how did
let's
you
do
guys
it.
fundraise?
It takes all kinds. The park's for everyone. But there's lots of really cool things that we can do with Zeppi. It is the name of the platform. We can do auctions through them. We can do online auctions. All kinds of really cool stuff. And it came I read a lot of reviews about it, just being like, okay, is it really free? What are they going to get us? And everyone's like, no, I didn't get charged a dime. We have working with Matt and them to make sure that's okay with our accounting and how all that gets done as well, because it won't. That way, none of us are handling money. We're not taking anything in that we have to then turn in and do all that. I'd rather just have one place that's fully trackable. So if anybody ever comes back, we can say we print out an Excel sheet. And here's every dime that came to us. Here's where it came from. Here's where it went. All of that. And really, it always makes me nervous asking anybody to handle that kind of thing too. So,
Yeah.
we feel about the design. Are we okay for Cassie to take this back and send it back to Lisa?
Would you like to read out the list? real
I
quick?
can.
Yes, just to
Okay,
make sure
so
we're
the
all the same.
things that we have suggested is removing the toddler swing set, removing the musical area over here, removing the pieces from it, adding a single or double zip line if possible, and the options that we would like them to consider for those are either where the toddler swing set is currently, or moving the Volta spinner, which is the green spinner in the top right corner, to a different location and putting it there.
And then changing out the swings.
Yeah,
Yes,
and that was
yeah.
not, yeah. I don't know that
Yeah.
necessarily has to do with the design portion of it.
But it'll affect the cost,
the cost
so
of
I
it, yeah.
will. Thank you.
Add that to your list.
That's my list.
And you know, I will tell you, the most durable swings we've ever had, I've ever encountered, was old conveyor belt swings. That people get like the big, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Oh,
They're
like
the
the
most
regular
durable
swing
swings.
now? Oh, yeah.
We had people just donate like big giant ones, and then we would just cut them up and put some pieces on them, and
Yep.
you could not break those if you wanted to.
Yep. One was at Grandma's house.
Yeah.
Decades.
Welcome to small town Kansas. This is how we have. Okay.
So now do we vote on, we're approving this design to be presented to the council?
Well,
No, because it
not
won't be
this
this design.
design.
So once it
No.
goes back to Lisa, we'll get a final design, which I think she felt like was going to be pretty quick.
Yeah, I am hoping that she'll have it back before the next city council meeting, but can't make any guarantees.
'Cause that's it.
She thought it would be pretty quick. And
Yeah,
then
she felt like she could make the changes really fast. So
Yeah.
the potential for that would mean that we would need to come back together quickly and only talk about that. So we'd have to have an ad hoc, and get everybody in to look at it again, which would get it out to you ahead of time so you could come in. The thing would be to prep so that you know when you come in, yes, I do like it, no, I don't like it, here's what I want to change. That way we can try to get it in to keep moving forward as quick as we can. Do we feel like that's doable?
Yeah.
For when she submits it back?
So the next step is waiting for Lisa.
Yes,
to-
I will email her, if not tonight, first thing in the morning tomorrow, with these and hopefully get it back, and then she'll also be able to get us an updated estimate.
Did you get the architectural layout thing she wanted?
Yeah,
Not yet.
Okay. She's gonna
she's
need that
gonna ask
for-
me again.
I'll
Agreed.
poke them again for it. Could you also have her take the mulch out of the estimate?
Yes, I'll have her
Swap
take the
between-
mulch and the keeping of our swing set out of the cost, so that we get a clear estimate to be able to present to city council.
And if she can line item as much as possible, that will also probably help us, because she has a good idea. I know the one that she gave us was pretty close.
Yeah, I was gonna say she had
Um,
it broken down
pretty
fairly
good.
well, but yeah, I can see. Cool.
Update on park committees, we kind of already did a little bit. We still, like I said, we still need a lead for fundraising and for volunteering. Really, thank you, Matt.
I would like to have Lydia do a post on
Yes.
Facebook about this.
If you haven't liked the Facebook page, please go at least like it or look at it. 'Cause
But
she-
we aren't supposed to post anything.
No,
Just
no
Lydia's-
posting, no commenting. She's the only one who needs to do that. And
Yeah.
just to really, again, just maintain our own
Yeah, you
ability to
can
not.
like the post, you can share the post, just
Yes.
don't comment on them.
Because the concern is if four of us get on there and we're talking about what's happening, and that becomes a meeting, we don't want to run into that.
Like Kristen today. Oh my god, what did I respond to?
The
That
text
text.
message.
Oh, was that from you? I don't have people's phone
Yeah.
numbers. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't
Yeah.
save
It
things.
was the one time
I
she
did
said,
it
do
twice.
not reply.
That's the one
time I didn't say it.
Well, it's really that's on Karen then. You know what, Karen, you're fired. Don't come back. You know what? Don't come back.
Don't come back. I can arrange that.
So those are the two.
And then
We
I
do.
responded again
I
and said,
saw
my
that,
bad.
my bad.
So,
It's okay.
We had 8 people from the.
Yes, we had 8 people that I have sent out an email to that said they were interested in volunteering and things like that as well. So we're trying to get them in for the different spots. I'm going to make a contact list for everybody that we can share. I'll put it in the Dropbox too. That way everybody, and again, if you haven't had a chance, please go through the Dropbox, look through what your committee, the one that you're on, does. Give you a good idea that if you have questions and stuff, we can always ask Lisa about that. those are the two main spaces that we really need. Kind of sooner rather than later, because what we want is if we're gonna wanna start to do events and fundraising and things like that, we wanna do it. We did get the signs up, so you should have seen them.
Yep.
Out, we have the really big one here. I ordered heavy duty, Velcro to put on the front of it, that way we can put whatever signs we want up there as we go. They're gonna take it down so it doesn't get mauled, by the winter. But that way, as things come up, or if we're like, hey, we're gonna have this event by the park where we just pops up there.
And we also have the small ones.
And we have the small signs which are sitting in my garage. I need to take them apart. The one down here? Yeah. Every time I tried to do it, it was very busy and I got very nervous about stopping, so then I just didn't do it. I avoided it. There are two that are missing.
We lost 2?
Well, you're right. I kept saying, when are they gonna take that sign down? And I was like, technically, I could take it down.
I mean, everybody else goes through that stop sign. Just saying. Anyway, I'll stop again tonight since it won't be as busy. I usually come through when people are going to work and then at night when everybody's coming back from work. So I'm like, but I have them all, so as I go, we can post new things on that too, right? And keeping everything. We only lost 2. One over here in the neighborhood over here, and then one way out on 101st and something. There was a random one that was gone. I couldn't find it.
Like blew away?
I don't know.
I don't think there's
It
any way they
became,
blew away.
I don't think they blew away, but they could become property of someone else. But, sometimes that happens. So, any questions on park committees, where they are, which one you are, what you could be doing? Excuse me.
Breathing.
That's just, I can't get over this. Okay. So that's old business. New business, yay! Those should be pretty quick. Spring volunteer day date. Woo! I want to think about spring because it is so dark and terribly cold. Our last one we did in September, which really would mean October, November, December, but we could do January and do a winter one. I don't know what we could do in the winter, to be honest, in the park. Or maybe that's just dry. Well,
Be cold.
cool.
Shovel something.
Mm-hmm.
We're not painting anything. It'd be cool.
Yes, it'd be too cold. We can start pulling pea gravel out. Everybody
bring
come,
their
there's
snow
one bucket
shovels.
of pea gravel.
Bring your snow shovels.
I don't know that there's a lot to it. It's kind of what my thing was. I didn't know if we wanted to just wait
Said
and
bring it
say,
to my house.
what?
I said bring all the pea gravel to my house.
You can
Yeah.
have it.
We'll put up a giant conveyor
What was-
belt. We'll
what
just
was
shovel
your-
it down. We looked at, did anybody participate when they moved the library from the one downtown to the new advanced learning library at the book line? Oh, I got to, it was so cool. We literally took all the books out by hand and just handed them down a giant line of people
Oh.
into the advanced learning library. Just get this. It was really cool. They didn't do all of them, obviously, but a lot of them. And it was really cool.
Who thought of that at
Yeah.
first?
Librarians, but it got people involved, and it was amazing.
We
So
did
it's
have
something's a
the-
lot of fun.
We did have the thought though that if people do want the gravel, we'll have an opportunity for
Yes,
people to come.
absolutely.
Because
$1 a bucket.
no,
We'll pay
free.
you to take
Free,
it.
yes. No.
It's free.
It's free.
It's free 30. Yes, but back to the volunteer. So, are we good with maybe pushing it to like March? If like that's okay? Okay, because we're probably going to ask a lot of them to be people doing other things between now and then with the actual playground face of it. So I feel like we're not going to lose things. So if we said March, because that's that first week of March may be our best bet because that next week is spring break for a lot of people.
So like you're saying the 7th?
Like the 7th potentially.
That could be really cold.
Yeah. The other option would be to go to the end of March, like the 21st.
21st or
The
even
28th.
And on the 8th is daylight savings changes again, so.
Do we get more light? Do you feel like the 21st is a good one?
Right,
Late
it's
enough?
not on my calendar. What?
Is that
I
good?
would
Is that a
say-
good time
I
for
would
the
say
weeds?
shoot for the
and-
end. We might even see some happy little clover patches popping up that will give us hope.
Hey, it does
Might be
say
funny.
spring here.
It does say spring.
It does
It
say
does say
spring.
spring.
Yeah,
right
it
there.
I vote March 28th.
Okay.
Go as late as we can. Then if we need to change it or the weather's looking horrible.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, with agreeing.
Oh, you said agree. Okay, I'm sorry. Just making sure you were going to say
Yeah.
that and missed it.
Yeah.
Affirmative.
Affirmative. We like that day. Okay. And then next park projects. So I know we've been really encompassed with this, right? It's been a really big thing to take on. So I understand why we've been there. I know that's kind of why I also wanted to go back to the bike rack thing to get us moving on that. But bike repair thing. I want to make sure that we're still also, because one of my reasons again for not making us all in charge of all these committees committees is I wanna have us free to be focusing on the whole park and not just the playground. While it's important, we still have everything else to look at too. So, I know the NERM was something that you were just talking about, Cheryl. Is that something that we feel like we wanna be looking at now and exploring possibilities on that too, of what we're doing? Because I feel like if we're gonna make the playground a nice place to be, then it would only kind of
Yep.
flow that we need to be enhancing that space too.
I think so, we need to do something there.
Okay. Do we want to, since we have the Friends of the Kechi Park Facebook page, do we want to ask Lydia to put out a post about that too, and just say, hey, what are some ideas that you would have for this space? What would you like to see here? You know, do you want it to remain? Do you want it to change? Do you have things you've seen? Whatever, and start kind of getting that also, or do we feel like that's gonna work?
I had several people in the, like, when we were asking for feedback for the park, I had several people email me and say we should put flowers and plants there.
I was like, did you remember
Which
that actually
cracked me up
was?
because that's what got ripped out.
It got ripped out.
Because of this, of snake.
And snakes and bees.
Babies and snakes too close to the
Yeah,
park.
it just made me laugh because I think I had at least 3 people and sent me like pictures of like ideas.
It would be so cool. I think that's kind of what that
That's
space
so
across
sweet.
the pond is, right? It's supposed to be.
Well, the space across is like a natural.
Yes.
Well, I think, we know, we could use some more lighting, we could use some more
Yeah, I think
trees.
lighting is something we
Lighting is
should
Yeah,
definitely.
and definitely lighting in and around the park,
Some
around the.
whimsical, like College Hill style lamp posts.
Do you remember the fiasco with the lamp posts on Main Street right now?
So they were installed upside down?
I'm sad that they took ours away.
Why?
Because we used to have one in our front yard,
Oh.
and now it's not there anymore.
Very sad.
Why'd they take it out?
Because they
They're one of the
replaced
old
them
ones,
all,
they
and
put
I
new
don't know,
ones
I don't think we have any on our side anymore. Ours
Yeah.
was just a weird one-off, that I don't know why we ever had.
Yours
one
is the
to begin
emo
with.
arty side of the street. It's just supposed to be dark and broody.
Yeah. But now I'm sad, it's gone.
I think lighting is for sure.
I think you like lighting.
Yep.
That one is a big one even for us because even like in the evenings, like right now, if we wanted to go, and it was nice out, it's just too dark to be anywhere.
What
And
was
then,
the fiasco with the?
you know, that pedestrian crossing,
Uh-huh.
I think, I don't know why, they chose to put at the end of the sidewalk that goes to nowhere, a flag, you can, push a button.
Yeah, they're very bright and flashy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's right by our house.
So, it's like, why is that there, and why don't we have one up at that? Because I literally watched a sheriff fly through there, and there was a person standing there with the dog.
I don't know that that's a park board thing, having a flashing.
It's not.
I think that it could be a suggestion. I think we just say we'd like to have more accessibility to the park that was safe.
Yes.
So there's a
I
space.
love the idea of putting a flashing one there.
I think we could just recommend that as something we'd like them to look into.
Yeah.
I don't think it
We
would,
can take
I don't
the
think it
one
falls away from that.
down at the end of the sidewalk that goes
I don't
nowhere.
understand the
That's,
sidewalk that goes
that is,
nowhere.
well, that's the problem there.
Don't you know Schultz
And
is
Jody,
routine?
you can talk about
I know,
that
I know
too.
all about it.
And sidewalk is.
Is the problem is going to be the elevation of the
roadway's too
step
high.
down.
For crossing over.
And it's gonna have to be a
Yes.
ramp because of a wheelchair,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Right there
Where that?
at the crosswalk.
Yeah.
At
The one that is
Chippewa
there
and
right
Oliver.
now At the park.
The funny,
Yes.
your road.
Yeah,
That-
yeah. That's
So-
been discussed for years and years and years, and the problem is that it's a county road, inside the city.
As I was saying, KDOT is probably somebody who's involved with that.
But the other problem is that the way the road's built, it's not built appropriately for a crosswalk to get put in there. And the other problem is that it's not safe on the park side now because of how they did the overlay. So now it has a double bump, so it's even worse for people. And so you'd have to redo the sidewalk right there to go at an angle.
Yep.
So like if you're crossing this street, you'd have to have it angled so that stroller or a wheelchair could.
The grade was right.
It would have to wind down. It can't go straight down. It's too steep. That's the only way you could fix that.
I mean, we're
Thing
fixing
has
stuff
to-
in the park right now.
The whole thing has to be redone.
It does.
But I think for safety purposes, that is
It has to be
definitely a
redone.
suggestion.
It is a
that we
safety
need
issue.
to-
But who's going to pay for it?
I don't know.
That would be, you'd have to bring Thomas into your conversation.
But like you
Because
said,
that's
this
roads.
is not a park,
It's
Yeah,
not.
I mean,
it's
it
not a
involves
park
part of the
committee
park.
No, but I think it's something we could, when we
We
do
do
and
need to
say,
bring it
when we
up.
talk about other stuff, because anything that we're going to do, it's still only just a recommendation, right?
Right,
Everything we're doing, so
absolutely.
even saying with the lighting and stuff like that, we would gather all the information and say, we would like you to do this, or we recommend doing this, and then have them come back yeah, we can't do that, and we can't, we have plans for this, we don't have plans for that.
Right. And,
Crosswalk
this might
safety.
be a 3-year plan of.
Oh, absolutely.
After we get
Yeah.
done with the
Yeah.
park,
Yeah.
then we start adding lights and trees and talk about a crosswalk. A lot, one that
Yep.
lights up, not just, cause there is technically a crosswalk, it's
Right.
just a.
Or even just a sign that lights up.
So I think they speed up when they see it.
I do too.
I swear they speed up.
Turtle crossing.
starting.
Could that be the name of the park?
Could we not put a little turtle at that, you know?
I say we just put speed bumps there. We'll just
Turtle
make our own.
shaped speed bumps.
Make it look like a turtle and be like, I don't know, I thought it was real.
I think the sheriff could go airborne that cuts through there.
Probably. Potentially.
What if we could paint turtles on the black pavement, right at that.
Bright yellow ones.
You know?
It's got white stripes. People don't pay attention to that either.
Mm-mm.
Doesn't it have white stripes?
It is striped. I'm like,
Okay.
they don't pay attention to it.
That's what I say, yeah, nobody
Like,
looks.
You could be standing there and they speed up and just drive right
Yeah,
through.
I
They just see
used to
you
live
there
in a
and they
state
speed
where
up.
it was
Or they
illegal
wave at
to
you.
do that when people are.
So they drive
I
by.
was like, well, I thought they legally were supposed to stop.
I don't think Kansas has that law. does it?
Yeah, no, you do.
They do.
It's
You always
required
have
if
to
you're
stop
in
for
the crosswalk,
pedestrian.
right?
If you are
Pedestrian
standing at the
always
edge
is
of the
required.
road waiting to cross, they are supposed to stop according to
Maybe we
Kansas
just
state
get a
law.
sign that says that.
Follow
That could
the
be
law.
There is someone here, you must.
That could be the start of like just a sign that says, stop for
Stop.
pedestrians and crosswalk.
Stop.
Pedestrians
Idiot.
always have right.
Is that what it should say? In big letters?
Yes. We put that on our
So,
website.
lighting, pedestrian safety in the crosswalk,
Yes.
right? What else?
Bathroom.
Bathroom, yes, sorry, the bathroom was the one that was on my list, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Or just a bathroom would be good.
That makes me
A
nervous
clean
because who is in the bathroom?
Well, the nice thing is
Well, we
that,
had the porta potty there forever.
yeah, Matt actually showed me some really cool, I think we talked about this, Matt showed me some really cool, porta potty permanent structures that you put the porta potty inside of. So it's a nice structure, and they just change out the porta potty itself. So it's like a big, nice wooden structure, and it goes in, so it's not ugly, it's not able to be tipped over. You could have one ADA accessible and one regular one, and they just get slid into these,
Still porta
like
potties.
little, yes, sorry, permanent structures. So they can't be tipped, they can't, whatever, but they're easy to maintain, and it looks nicer. So that's also something that I would recommend us looking at, because I think that at some point, and probably already, the gas station's gonna get really tired of us.
They've been very good about it
Yes,
so far.
yes.
so.
They at some point, I feel like that if the more we're gonna be bringing people into this, and the bigger it's gonna be, and for volunteer day especially, right, we're gonna have doing all that kind of stuff. And for the building, we're gonna
And
need.
buy a pop.
Yeah, absolutely. We always buy something when we go in there.
Yeah.
My kids love that.
So they might like it, actually.
Drives business.
Um,
They get you coming and going.
Chief Moore has actually sent me an email saying that he would like lights inside the picnic area.
Mm-hmm. Send that over.
For movies in the park, that
Mhm.
like, there's some electrical work that needs to get done in that picnic shelter. So
Yeah, whenever you just do solar lights.
I
I'm
don't know
just-
if the
just throwing that out to
the
you guys.
electrical outlet works in there. Only reason I say that is because I was walking by and some guy they were having a party there. He's like, electrical outlets don't even work. I mean, I didn't go over and test it, but.
Public Works was under the impression that they did when we talked about it. with-
Well, it could be something like tripped or
Yeah.
whatever. I'll go plug something
yeah,
into it.
Chief said they don't all work.
Okay. We can just put that on the Thomas to-do list.
One of the other smaller things that I heard a lot from the kids was, and actually our church just put them in, was Gaga ball pits.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What?
All the rage.
A gaga ball pit?
They're they're,
It's like an octagon for kids.
yeah, they're like an octagon shape. They have like 4-foot walls, and they're
It's
super popular. with
like
kids.
dodgeball, but you don't throw the ball. You're only allowed to hit the ball with your hand at people knees and below. So you try to hit other people in there.
What kind of a game's that?
They love it. I will tell you, these
They
children
love
play
it.
this for hours on
Alright.
end, and it's been a thing for the last 15 years.
Yeah,
It's
our church
insane.
just put them in, and we built them ourselves.
Yeah, and you
Like,
can.
they're
It's very
really
cost effective.
easy.
I thought that would be a really cool thing to put down in that area, the greener area on the southeast side.
No, by
No.
where the horseshoes are.
Yeah,
Oh,
where the
the
horseshoes
horseshoes.
are.
Yeah, that was actually a suggestion from several kids that drew pictures for us, was to put Gaga ball pits and frisbee golf down in the treat area.
Yeah, like a a couple, two or three, like, just like quick tea
I think we
stands.
had 2 or 3 kids draw pictures with that specific idea.
That's a good spot for this.
And that is
As long as
something,
it doesn't get in the way of the pickleball courts.
Oh, sure.
unless you go convince that lady who owns that property behind Jumpstart to donate that to us.
Yeah, I don't know what a Gaga ball pit is.
I've never heard of it.
It sounds horrible. It sounds like a gag ball.
No, it's so popular.
To me, it sounds
They
like
just built some at our
how do you
kids', they're
keep
building
those
some at our
balls
kids' school right now.
And the pit clean.
You know, so you bring your own ball, and you either like the church we put gravel in it.
You put like a natural drain,
Oh,
and you
there
put,
we go, the pea gravel.
Yeah.
you could literally put the pea gravel over there.
Actually.
And you make sure that there's like little holes, deep holes on the outside, the water.
But yeah,
It's very popular.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've
Odd.
been to a lot of parks that have them now too, and it's like a lot of the older kids like them.
Did it come out of a church thing? Because that's where I learned of it.
I don't know.
We did it at
I
camp.
learned about
Our
it at a
camp had
park
it all
in
over.
Nebraska. Was the
But
first
you're-
time I'd ever seen it.
You throw it at people, right? You throw the ball at people.
Well, you hit it. You can't throw it. 'Cause
Yeah.
you can't stop and pick it up. You can only
You
smack it with your
pop
hand.
it up with your hand, it sounds like.
Yeah, and you can only hit people from the knee down, so they don't,
Yeah.
not smack
Yeah,
people in the
yeah,
face.
do they really?
We're not the good. Yeah, it's actually because it's competitive. They absolutely do because people will call you out if you hit a ball too high, and then you're out. Because as you hit
This
somebody,
is
they
a
have to
safe
get out. So it's like the
dodgeball.
last 2 people standing in the middle of the octagon. I'm telling you, it's like Fight Club for kids.
Sounds like a good way to wear it out.
Yeah, 1,000%. And it's like I said, it's inexpensive, which is great. Too, because that's something we could actually get together on a volunteer day and build really quickly. Because it's not hard to put together and inexpensively, yes.
And then we can sell the balls and raise money.
There you go. Absolutely. It could have a turtle on it.
That's right, yes.
Turtle
It's
ball.
On the side
We'll
of
call
the,
it turtle ball instead of gaga ball.
Of the pit.
Do you need?
Are you sure? If you need to, we're almost done.
I know. I think I'll
Okay. I don't want to. We'll try to keep moving so we don't keep you. Anything else you think of for future projects?
Is this list
Is
not
this a
long
good
enough?
list? Well, it's stuff that can happen concurrently, I think, and some stuff that we can just be suggesting to allow other people to have that in their mindset of stuff that needs to get taken care of.
So
Like the lighting and
trees
the-
would be expensive, then we could self-make the gaga ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, kind of
A little bit of everything.
mix.
So what kind of floor does it have? Really?
The gaga pit, it really does have just like you can do like small pea gravel and stuff like that in it. So you grate it really hard and compact, and then you put the gravel kind of on top, and it allows for that like natural drainage that comes out. We did mats, like a raised rubber
Yeah.
mat,
Yeah.
in them too, and that just kept it from getting like muddy when we wanted to use it other times. Because you're not really like diving for things, you're not really falling so much on it. Like you can get a little intense with it, but it's not too
Is
terrible.
there a place around here that has one?
Oh, I'm sure. I think the elementary school has one, don't they? Shouldn't
I
someone have?
don't know. I didn't go look at it.
I will find you one, or I'll send a picture of it in the email to everybody so you kind of have a good idea.
My church in Park City has one.
Oh, there's one.
Orchard
Okay.
Community Church. We just put it in.
Anything else you want to add to this list? Okay. Karen, you got a report?
Nope.
Good, Karen didn't have a report. All right. Anything else we didn't cover? You do need to cover? Want to cover? Do you have good Thanksgiving? Oh, I do want to say. So the last thing is, Karen, we have a card for you, and then there's some cookies and stuff for everybody on your way out that you can grab to say thank you. Now that we fired you and asked you to move on, since you weren't doing what we said. It's really how we do around here. So when you're done, if you want to stop really quickly and get that, you can. But I need a motion to adjourn
I
first.
motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
Oh!